we're going to talk about buying from Copart. Okay, so today we're going to talk about buying from Copart and how not to get caught out. I thought this would be a very informative video. This isn't necessarily the right or wrong way to do things. This is just my way of how not to get caught out when you're buying from Copart. We're going to talk about the different categories, the pros and cons to each category. We're going to talk about like setting your budget, doing your research. And I've also picked out a few cars in each of the different categories we're going to talk about today, what you should look for and what you should avoid. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing that you need to take into consideration when buying from Copart is your budget. You need to set a budget, and it's very important to stick to your budget. It's so easy to get carried away when the auction's running. Click it, I've done it myself, but you need to set a budget. That is probably one of the most important things when buying from Copart. If you want to sort of do it part-time as a hobby, what I would recommend is starting with category N cars. So we just picked Sandwich, for example, category N, which is repairable non-structural. So if it was me, I would look to do a nice little cat N car. Non-structural damage, 9 times out of 10 it's bodywork. So we'll pick this one for example, 2017. So we know that the chassis legs are going to be okay. Again, do your homework, because if you can, go and look at the cars. If you've picked out a car and you're unsure, go and look at the car. We're now able to visit Copart again, so I would strongly recommend going and actually checking the car out before bidding on it. But if it's category N, 9 times out of 10, it's sort of panels, new headlights, bumpers, wings, and sort of. Obviously, if you're more experienced or you want to take on something a little bit more challenging, you can look at sort of category S vehicles, so sort of a little bit more involved. And we're going to talk actually about the categories. So you've got, let's start with category X. Okay, so category X is stolen, recovered, minimal damage. So we'll just sort of click on here, we'll reset that. So we'll reset that. This is stolen, recovered. It's Cat X. This is the first category we're going to talk about. So as you can see, it's being a bit slow. You see there, Fiat 500. Comes with the keys. All this is, obviously it looks like the window's blown out there. Other than that, looks alright, runs and drives, as you can see there. And normally what they do is obviously they scratch the VIN out and try and change the VIN plate. So there are going to be times where they're not going to come with keys. But these are a very good car if you can get it for the right price, because they're not categorised on the HPI, so they don't come back as listed on the HPI check, and they're sort of like it says, minimal damage. So that is a very good category. If you can pick up a car for the right price in there, that is a very good category to look at. Obviously Cat D and Cat C, that is the old Cat N. So Cat N would have been the Cat D is now the Cat N, and the Cat C is now the Cat S. So they are October 2017 categories. We're not going to cover that today. So we're going to go on to next category U. So we'll take this Ford Focus for example. You look at that lot number. I don't know if you can see that there. You've got a lot number, and then right at the end you've got a letter. I don't know where you can see that there. The letter C, yeah? So the letter C is someone's put that in the auction. That is going to ring alarm bells. So obviously the first thing I would check with something like this is if it runs and drives. It does run and drive, and then I'd look around the car. I'd see what's wrong with the car. Is there anything to the eye? And as you can see there, that is a big giveaway sign. That is obviously where the tow hook goes on. The cover's missing, I think. Is it that side? Yeah. Pretty sure that is. HD it. Yeah, so you've got to look out for things like these. You know, that is a giveaway, a telltale sign. There's obviously a little bit of damage down the side there. And obviously look at the mileage as well, it's 142,000 miles. So yeah, that's category U. Okay, so what we're going to talk about is seller types, okay? So obviously we know that the Cat N's and the Cat S's, they're insurance. So if I'll just give you an example. So we're going to N, non-structural damage. There's a way of telling if this is gone for an insurance company or if it's the likes of sort of me and you selling a car. So we'll take this Suzuki for example. If you can see on the end there, I don't know why that's picking that up. There's an X on the end of that lot number. That means it's going through the insurance. So obviously 9 times out of 10, the cars were driving before they got hit or had their accident, so on. That one runs and drives. Now that sort of reassures me more so than other categories, which we'll get into. That mechanically, you know, before the accident, that you know, should be okay. It's down to you to do your research, to look at, you know, MOT histories, see if there was any advisories, look at the mileage, how much like the mileage has gone up and sort of so on, and you can sort of gauge sort of, you know, what you're dealing with. That's only done 40,000, so I think you see that letter at the end there. That is a C. So if you've got C after the lot number, that is been put through privately, been put through the likes of sort of me and you. So when you found a car and you've set your budget, you've done your homework, you've looked on eBay, sort of how much it might cost you to get parts for the car. It's important, and I haven't really done this too much. I've normally just look on my phone at the pictures in HD, but you know, the bigger the screen, the better. So you know, if you've got a tablet or a computer or a laptop at home, look closely at what you're potentially going to buy before you commit yourself, because you can, believe me, you can see a lot more on a bigger screen than you can on your phone, which I'm sure most of you would do that anyway. Now do your research as well. You need to do your research. You need to do a HPI check, even if it's been written off. Do your HPI check. Have a look at, you know, that will tell you all sorts of things. It will tell you how many owners the car's had. It will tell you when the MOT is due, what advisories were on the MOT, and you can sort of gauge, you know, how much the MOT has gone up, you know, how much the mileage has gone up by each year, and you can sort of get a good understanding of what it is that you're going to be dealing with. That is very important. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the different categories. I've picked out a few cars, what you should look out for. Okay, so the first one I've picked out is in category X. This is stolen and recovered. This, at the right price, I would keep an eye on. Now, as you can see, it's only done 66,000 miles. It is a 2014 Volkswagen Blue Motion. Primary damage, minor dents and scratches, normal wear, estimated retail value 6720. I mean, you probably late fives, you could probably sell that for maybe a little bit more. It's got the V5 and it's got the keys. And down here, additional info, you click on that, that brings up the additional infos. So we have a look at the pictures. Now it's very important, like I said, to hit that HD button. It just sort of makes the picture, it's not really picking up too well on the camera, but yeah, so we'll have a look around at this and it all looks as it should there. Again, as you can see, it's got the X there, so it's category X, that runs and drives. Bodywork looks good. It all looks sort of clean as it should. Inside as well, clean. Not leather though. Don't know why it's got leather in the additional information. But as you can see over here, it runs and drives because it's on. Now yeah, there's a little bit of damage on that side there. So, you know, little marks here and there, but overall, you know, if you can pick that up for the right price, you should be in for a tidy profit. Carry on. One key, scroll the wheels. So yeah, that would be a good buy. Now you would, I mean, it's quite high at the moment, so it's already up 3,450. Yeah, Copart prices are through the roof at the moment. I don't know what is going on. So the next Category X car that I've picked out is this Scirocco R. As you can see, it's 2016. It's done 13,000 miles, but it doesn't say it runs and drives there, but we will look at that shortly. So estimated retail is £14,000. Doesn't come with any keys. So we've got any additional information. No key, alloy wheels, 19-inch, heated seats, HPI clear. So obviously that's why it says it doesn't run and drive, but at that mileage, I mean, I would take a chance on that because, you know, it's done minimal mileage. So we have a look around the car. It all looks as it should there. Again, when you're looking at these cars, please look at them in HD. This is going to take too long to keep doing that, hence why I'm not doing it. Again, look at that letter at the end of the lot number. It's got the X there. I mean, that is a really nice car. That is a really nice car. Obviously no number plates, leather, minimal damage, 13,000 miles. So you need to obviously get a key, you need to get that coded to the car. But other than that, it's DSG as well. Very nice indeed. If you can get that at the right price, you'll be laughing. Okay, so not really too much to talk about in regards to Category X cars. They're sort of self-explanatory. They're a very good category to watch, and if you can pick up something from there, then you know you should be in for, you know, a good little rebuild and a nice little profit at the end of it. Okay, when it loads, been very slow. I have picked out from the Category U section, I've picked out this car that you should avoid. Now, as you can see there, primary damage is mechanical. It says estimated retail value is £9,000. It is a 2013, it's done 86,000 miles. V5 of the car. Number of keys, 1, 18-inch wheels, dashboard warning light. Yeah, I mean, mechanical, you can see again that the towing cover is off, so there's obviously a problem with the engine. One of my favourite cars, a 1 Series. Yeah, so there's obviously an issue with the engine. It's a 1, I don't know what that is, 120, is it? You need to take into account when you're dealing with something like this, you just sort of expect that the engine is knackered. You know, take that, cover that cost in your budget. It doesn't start. I mean, it could be something simple as the battery's flat, but yeah, I pretty much doubt that. So personally, I would avoid that car, flat tyre there. If it was me, I would avoid that. Now, I've picked out this Audi A5 S-Line as a car that I would watch and I would have a bid on. I would class it as a good car in a Category U category. So we have a look at the pictures first. You can see obviously the bonnet's up, that's not shut properly. It all looks, you know, it all looks fine. Around the back, yes, 2013. It all looks straight. Again, you would HD it, but that would take too long. We'll do it on this one just to show you guys. So yeah, as you can see in the background all them cars as well, eh? So that's where they sit. All looks tidy, all looks good inside. There is a mileage discrepancy. I haven't looked into that because I'm not going to be bidding on this car, but again, if I was, I would look into that. I mean, it looks, you know, as it should. It starts. It's done 34,000 miles. Normal wear. Additional lot for this. Number of keys 1. NMR check discrepancy indicated. MOT recorded mileage history on consistent. Okay, so we're going to move on to category N now. Okay, so I've picked out this Audi A1 from the category N as a car that I would keep my eye on, because it's classed as non-structural. As we can see, the front bonnet, the bumper, as we can see, it's going to need a new headlight. New bonnet with the dash is gone as well. The airbags rather. So it needs obviously a new dashboard and a new driver's airbag. And it runs and drives. It's only done 25,000 miles. Now, you safe to say probably the rad pack has gone. A few marks on the back. Smart Repair will sort that out. Non-structural estimated retail value is 12,600. I mean, you take into account it's 2018. It's a sport. If you was to put out for sort of 10.5 repaired, so you can see current bid. I'm actually going to watch that. You know, it's £2,100. If you can pick that up for three and a half grand, that'd be a good price. And once you've paid all your fees, you're left with a good car to put back on the road. So we come back here. There's no additional information. It has the keys with it. Obviously, there's no logbook being written off. So yeah, I'd keep my eye on that. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into. I've got 2 cars in the category S section that I've put together just to show you what to avoid and what you sort of should look for. So okay, so we're in the category S section now. This Audi A7 S-Line I have listed as one to avoid. Now that doesn't mean to say that everyone should avoid these sort of cars. I'm just talking from my own perspective. For me, you know, I'm very limited as to what I can do in regards to repairing a car. As you can see at the back there, let's just get another picture up. If you come around to the back here, I mean, that is just, yeah, you're going to need a whole rear quarter there, door. You don't know what damage it's done on the inside of that. That is quite an involved repair. You've got the airbags gone on the dash, steering wheel airbags gone, the seats have gone. You can't tell if the curtain airbags have gone, and it doesn't start. So low mileage for what it is, 58,000. But yeah, as you can see there, that has really pushed back quite a bit. So I would avoid that. The windscreen's smashed. You have to take that into consideration. I don't know what that is on the floor there. But yeah, that personally, I would avoid that. You see how far back that's pushed at. So yeah, estimated retail value 13,000. Just bear in mind how much that's going to cost to repair. You know, the repair bill alone could be quite costly. Engine will not start, reason unknown. And then obviously you've got to diagnose why the engine's not running. So yeah, we go on to the next one, 4095. Right, so I've picked out this 2016 Ford Fiesta as one that I would go for. Now, estimated retail value is 10. We know that's not the case. Currently, it's at 2050. Cat S, it's done 52,000 miles. It runs and drives, so it says there it's a 66 plate. Additional info: number of keys 1, alloy wheels 17, front seats are heated. Now, let's have a look at the pictures. You can see that gap there between the wing and the bumper. Whether that's just obviously been pushed as a result of being knocked at the bottom there, I'm not quite sure. So have a look around. As you can see, right, this is where the primary damage is. So as we look here, the front bumper is actually okay. You can get that repaired. I'll definitely get that repaired. Wing's gone. It's obviously pushed in. You want to be careful it hasn't done any chassis damage there. Obviously being structural damage, I'd assume there is some sort of damage behind that door. But other than that, let me have a look around here. So we can see there is obviously damage to that rear quarter there. Nothing a body shop wouldn't be able to fix. We'll obviously look around the back. It's very, you know, very straight around the back. No issues there. Come around to the other side again, spot on. So yeah, no airbags have been deployed. You can see all the seats are intact there. Can't seem to see any curtain airbags have gone. So that is a very good car to watch. Everything looks as it should in there. 52,000 miles, it runs and drives. So yeah, that would be one that I will keep my eye on for sure. Obviously the wheels scuffed there, so obviously what I would do is I would take into account that possibly it may need a new wheel, because you don't know if that's now buckled as a result of the damage. That bumper, yeah, I mean you could get away with repairing that bumper, definitely. So yeah, that is obviously you need to refurb all them wheels as well, but that's a good car. Very detailed pictures. Now there's obviously quite a lot of mixed opinions when it comes to Copart. I mean, it is what it is in regards to, it's a risk, you know. That's you know what risk you're taking before, you know, before you even go on to there. So I mean, yeah, a lot of people have mixed opinions on Copart, but everything really is sold as seen. So it's down to you to do your homework, to do the relevant checks, if you can, to go and see the car, and sort of take it from there. You know, you're not obliged to bid on anything, so it is down to you. But if you do them steps, you know, if you do the relevant checks, you look online, see when the history, just look at the history of the car. If you can book an appointment to go and look at the car, look at the pictures on like a tablet or a computer instead of your phone, because you can see a lot more. You'll see it being bigger. You can sort of see what maybe you can't see on your phone. And yeah, set your budget. Look at how much parts will be for the car, and yeah, and work your budget out that way. See what cars are going for, so you can work out your margin. And that's sort of pretty much it, to be fair. I mean, we're sort of at the back end now with the Vauxhall Corsa, so that will be going up for sale. What I will be doing in a later video is I will be doing some live bidding, so I'll record us bidding on a couple of cars and seeing what, you know, what we can come back with. I actually did a live bidding one, my first live bidding one, when I bought the Mini Cooper S, and if you go back and watch that, you can see that I, you know, in the moment I accidentally clicked it twice and double bid. That double bid won me the car, but you know, it's so easily done. So yeah, just do your homework, and find something that you're comfortable repairing, because it can be a little bit daunting when the car arrives and it's a lot worse or there's a lot more damage, and you know, I've been out of my depth many a time, so I know what I can and can't do. Now I've learned a hell of a lot doing this, and I do get a lot of questions. How do you find the time to do the cars? I've got a full-time job, as well as doing YouTube. Now, obviously, you got to have a balance. But I just allow certain hours on certain days to work on the cars, you know, and I enjoy doing it. So, you know, I enjoy making the videos. I enjoy seeing it all come together. But it's just about finding the time to put aside into doing these cars. So if you can do that and you've got the space to do it, then I don't see any reason why no one can do what I'm doing. So yeah, if you can do it, give it a go. Why not? But I hope you guys found this video helpful, informative. If you have, don't forget to leave the thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. It'd be very much appreciated. And apologies for being quiet this week. I've just sort of taken a bit of time out. But we are going to get back into things as of next week. If you guys have any questions, anything at all, leave them down in the comments down below. I'm thinking once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do like a Q&A. Let me know what you guys think about that, if that's something you'd like to see. But yeah, that's a wrap for today's video. I will catch you very soon. Peace.